Hello, folks. So, this is Terrible Safa, my old keyboard, and this, this, one moment, this is my new keyboard, and it doesn't fit on the screen. So, this is the Glove80, and I'll be switching into it, trying to configure it, and see what I can do with it today. So, let's get started. I'm not showing the other side of this box because it has my address. I mean, I don't know what this is, so it compromised me, then anyway, who cares? Well, I couldn't manage to fix the bubble on the screen. Kind of strange. Mm, this is a strong box. I see. Oh, finally. Okay, one last step. Small enough to fit in your cabin baggage. Luckily, thank you. So this is starting guide, but I have some knowledge already about how to make it work. Basically, I can configure it from a web device, web application, and from the ZMK software. So this is the box. Oh man, I can't make it fit. Well, okay. This is from this side. Oh, I waited 2 weeks for it to get delivered. 2 freaking weeks, and now it's finally here. Yeah. Even the box texture feels amazing now. Why is there a keycap floating? That's worrying. Well, oh man, some of the keycaps fell. Thankfully, they are all here. Okay, let's move on. So I don't know where exactly they should be. I'm just gonna mount them randomly. I got the pinky most silent switches. Side should be is this side. No, but then it would be the wrong one. So strange there. So they're just very close. Okay. I forgot to change the stream title again. Give me one second. Where should it be? Oh, anyway, doesn't matter. I'll make it and switch it later. Let's see what's inside this thing. The cable, perhaps. What? Oh, why would I need all this? Now that you can change its height, so maybe it's to change something below the keyboard to adjust it. This is the cable I see. Seems like a very short cable. So move this. I thought it would be completely wired, but it seems that well, I'm gonna check if I'm missing one cable. No, it seems right. So I guess it just you can't use the entire entirely cabled. You have to use the Bluetooth option. I hope it's fully charged because it will be really sad if it's not. Has a button here. Maybe now it would be a good idea to just follow the guide. Charge before use. Oh, the batteries may have discharged. Okay, so during shipping, so it may have some charge at least. Charge for around 4 hours. That's too much. Maybe I can just steal the cable from my previous keyboard and use on this one. I hope. There goes one USB. Oops, my mouse took a very hard hit. Okay. Is it working straight? Let's test it. Now, not yet. Ooh, very comfortable. Does it work now? No. What's the guide I have to say? Switch on both. Press this one as well. Not yet. Maybe it works now. Ooh, it works. Where's the backspace? That center? That space? It says delete here. Why? What happened? How did I delete everything? You should be DGG to delete everything like that. Well, so now I'm going to change the view, the string view. Oh, damn. In order. Oh, no. Maybe I can just make this. Okay, great. Now you can see. Okay. As you can notice, I am using Arch Linux with Hyperland. I made a switch. It feels way... Oh, finally, I found the backspace. It feels way more faster. Oh no, I hate this. Where's control? Oh, it feels way faster to get straight into coding from this. You don't have to shift tab, alt tab, I mean, like in Windows. So when there's alt tab, the background gets slight information about all the windows. You can see all of them, and that makes me quite confused. And the difference is that in Arch Linux, you can just jump straight into the window you want. Now I completely lost because I don't like this window here. Way confusing. I get so rarely into this window that I don't know what it really makes. So I need to figure out how to get out of here and then go into the browser. Where's the Windows key? Where's escape? Two dots? No, no. I lost. Freaking lost. So freaking lost. I need to find where are the two dots. Oh, two dots. QA. Enter. Yes. No. Ask. Two dots. What? Ask. Two dots. No. Come on. I just want to get out of it. So in case you never switched into a new half keyboard, this is how exactly it feels like, Let's get the up there. Don't need it anymore. No. Why can't I just use Oh, of course, it's because the two dots is not where it should be. And I hit it accidentally before. So it's one below. QA force. Oh, damn it. QA shift 1. I got this. Finally. Now, where's the Windows key? And how can I know where the Windows key is if Hyperland doesn't show anything when this key is pressed? And that's gonna hurt. I need to... System? Ooh, found it. Oh, and in case you were wondering how I'm recording this, that's how my webcam is tied to the wall. Just put some tape over there. The cable was in front of my face. Now I managed to put it back there. I was afraid that I would move it and just messed up with the webcam position because it doesn't seems to be second place. And for the same reason, you can already know that for my future streams, I won't be using this camera, this keyboard camera. It's just for this one's stream exclusively. So now, did I close my stream on the... Okay, I will take a sip of water and start reflecting about how I'm gonna make this work. Okay, now what I want is a keyboard that resembles my old Shuffle. So if you don't know about split keyboards, many of them have the layers configuration. You can So for example, should be this key, but I don't know what the second layer does, so I'm not really gonna use it. So when you press this key, all the other keys, they are mapped into other functions, into other keys. That's how usually this keyboard make. This is similar to the how you make things in Vim. If I can manage to go back, yes. So when you go into Vim, is it a good idea if I can find the keys? So when you go into Vim, you have these, you can make a lot of comments here. Then you can enter insert mode. So insert mode is your normal mode. And when you press ESC, you go back into the comments mode, to the standard mode of Vim. This is exactly what happens, so something like that when you press a layer key. And you can map every key into the key you want. So, for example, I could press the layer key and start typing some numbers here. This is how I made it in my previous keyboard. So I want to have this back. Also, space would be here in shuffle. Then I would have enter here, backspace here. So I want to make it resemble my old configuration, so I don't have to learn, don't have to adapt too much. Well, the new ASCII placement, I think it's very cool. So I just leave it there. Okay. I may this out. Well, I mean, I have to go really here, really far away to hit this out. Maybe I just put either a macro or another swap to a layer key here. So let's see. The shift is very strange. How did I make that? How did I turn these lights on? And how do I turn them off? I don't know. And only the left keyboard has lights. Okay, vanished. Oh, it's this key. But I pressed it twice and it made nothing. So anyway, oh, I don't want to mess around with this file. Can I just situation? Shift through. I'm just wondering if I should put shift here or not. So let's go into the browser. Control T. Starting to like this Control Shift positions. Maybe I'll just get used into that, or maybe I just put them here. Don't know. So where we go? Okay. Now usually I also put the mouse between both split halves, but then I won't be able to capture the keyboard with the camera, so I just make it normally. I mean, normally not. But anyway, I want to customize it. Layout editor. Okay. Just gonna see some of them. Now I know you can use either this and configure it from here or from ZMK. And I will probably be using ZMK to set up some macros because I don't know if you can make it directly from here. I thought that. So this is a GitHub link, very strange. Or can I actually personalize from here? Okay. This is the only one. Okay, just messing around, trying to see this other. Control W. Closes it. Okay. What is this? An advanced layout inspired by Glorious and Grammar. It's designed to be easily customizable and beginner-friendly using the layout editor building features. No coding required. Mm, mouse emulations, interesting. So what, you can use your keyboard as a mouse? Gaming layers, Dvorak, ew, no thanks. So can I change? How? How can I change? Did I put this keys correctly? No. So this, what? Here should have, you should have this key. Okay. The out should be here and the layer should be here. Let me stop them. It's very easy to stop, fortunately. Just gonna make it in a way I don't get confused by the base layer. Yes, I see that button is actually magic. Okay. Now I have it. So magic, which is this key, gets this layer. Bluetooth profiles, I didn't even know this existed. Exactly. Factory. There is no reference for factory. Oh. So, okay. This is how you get arrow keys. Should be around here. Let's test this arrow keys with Vim. I have switched the repeating keyboard config. So now I press that. I hit this. Yes. Not shift there. Damn. Wait. Force. Damn it. QA equals, please. Okay. Vim. I try to not press the wrong ask button again. Let's put some text. Okay, now I should be able to use the arrows. Yes. This is quite far away. Button quite far away to press. Request. Maybe I'll switch to here so I can swap easier between layers. Okay. And 6. Get back. Num keys. This is exactly where I would put them as in my software. So I don't really need to change a lot of things. Just add macros perhaps, because there are some useful macros to like make a really fast print function for both Python and C++. And there are some macros that I actually can use for passwords for some very specific applications, so I don't even have to remember them and I don't have to type them. Now, where's the... Okay, this key is so it's already correct. I guess I will just get used to the new layout over here. I don't want to change it. Not really wanting to change, but this is swapped. Let's first page down, page up right here. I don't like using page up and page down. I will remove it certainly, because sometimes I press it without wanting to actually press it, and it just mess up the equal position entirely. So then it's really comfortable. Okay. Very well. Will I change these things? This login to build firmware. So I have to create an account here. Okay. I have to switch the view so I don't type in my password from here. Just make a double check. Yes. Okay. I'm already pressing deep these buttons. Yep. Okay. Great. It will take a really long time until I get used to these numbers, and the passwords don't match, and they require uppercase. Ah, well. For the first time, I switched into an ergonomic keyboard, the speed keyboard. The first one that I ever had was this TOEFL, the one that I showed. And I took some 4 days to get used to it. But now it's probably going to be a bit faster because I have some background with it already. Finally, I was able to type my password. Okay, let's check my inbox. Sign in. Man, I just registered and I'm using a completely different keyboard. Why do you have to make me feel this pain of typing my key? I just want to configure it first, please. Enter. Okay, I'm in. Finally, review and save layout. How do I change it? Build. Oh yes, like I know where these keys are. Show hints. Okay, great. Should be shown since the start. Perform a factory reset. Well, I guess I am using a different firmware version because it just got it. Is there a difference between one key down? Okay. So I think I can perform the factory reset here. Here. Yeah. Am I making it? What happened? I pressed all the keys. Did it do it? Did I lost it? No. What? I mean, yes. I lost it. Okay. So build. What if I just try to use this instead? To at least recover my config? No. So I'd like to save this file. How can I say yeah? Oh, down here. Very big monitor, so I couldn't see it straight. Now, flash this file. Now it shows to me bootloader, my storage device mode should be this. So I should use for this one just straight. Or I have to press the button here. Device added. Yes. And I lost doesn't type anything anymore. Oh yes, I have put the password already. I can switch back to this view. Okay. Control. I mean, where is it? Device period, but doesn't type. Okay. I'm trying to pause. Oh, yes. I was trying to pause the string from the cell phone and I made it. Hmm. Oh, I have to copy UF2 into there. Great. I can't go into there. I'll have to use the old keyboard. So they didn't think about hyperlinks, were you? Because you need the keyboard to make almost everything. So let's go. Now I'm using the old keyboard. Now remove this random stuff. I have to copy this into where the keyboard said it was. And where is it? Dev.sdb. What? Disappeared. SDA. Dev.sda. Okay. There's nothing there. I just have to copy the UF2 file. Device disappeared. Is it working? No. I just restart? No. Device appeared. Man. Also, I just have to use the other reset method. Choose. Well, I mean, it will be safe if I copied the UF2 first. Okay. Of course, sudo. It disappears. So now I have to change the cable to the other one, do the same thing, and perform a factory reset. If the cable reaches this, here we are. Turn off. On. Appears. CP. Why do you make this to me? Are you hanging? Okay. Now it should work. Factory reset would be this one. Okay. Yeah. Now it works. Okay, now I know how to put a layout there from its files, but I don't know how to actually change the keys with the file, with the keys. I don't know how to make a file with the keys I want. And I will have to pair this keyboard eventually. Factory reset button. Does it work? Do I have to copy it again? Oh, damn it. Factory reset. Turn on and off. Factory reset. Do I have to copy the thing again? Device field. Copy. It says that if it works, the device should disappear. It didn't. And disappear. Factory reset. Type nothing. I'm losing my mind. Come on. Device appeared. Maybe I have to do the technique. Unplug it. I thought I knew how to make this. Factory reset. Nothing. Do I have the... Oh, it should be the same file for both halves. Why it doesn't work? Copy. Let's try connect both keyboards at the same time. Okay. Well, oh, but I don't have the enter. Oh, damn it. More reading again. So I think I have, okay, I have to do both at the same. That clarifies things. Do I have another cable for the other keyboard? I guess I have to use yet another keyboard to make this configuration work. 1 second. Now I have this really old keyboard that I had to use during my bachelor. That will solve the problem, I hope. So I can have both cables in the glove at the go. Okay, both disconnected. I don't even remember how to type on a standard keyboard. There's one, okay. Oh yes, wrong key. Device appears. SDB. Okay, we got it. Copy. It should say that the device disappeared and it didn't. Oh man. I think I'm losing my mind. Okay. Those six. It should just disappear as it gets copied. Oh, do I just, damn it. I just have to copy it again. Twice. It's a slash on the keyboard. Okay. Do I have to reboot? I don't want to reboot, I will lose the string. Control reset, factory reset, hold. No. But hmm, power on and off, and it works. Okay. How bizarre. How strange. Okay. So this is how you put new stuff. And I think I can just get rid of my old keyboard. So I will box the old keyboard. So how do I make these things a bit more emotional? Okay. Okay. Goodbye, buddy. Now this is, oops, now close the box. But this is only symbolic because I will need to grab the keyboard USB later. Finally, I have a bit more of space here, and I just have to figure out how to change the keys positions. So tab. Okay. How do I change this keys layout? Do I really have to install ZMK just to configure it? Guess this is the case. Oh, maybe not. If I can have my macros configuration from here, copy. Oh, workspace. Edit my layout. Okay, we're making progress. Now I have a blank screen, but with my layout. Yes, I know that I don't have layouts. Okay, here, how do copy to workspace? Oh, that's it. And I macros, macro, all types, combos, don't like combos. Okay, so now I can start editing. Finally, I want my space here. Space here. Yes. Enter. It's right. This is where delete was, right? So why can't I delete stuff? Oh, I can. So backspace here. Delete here. Yes. Am I happy with this layer here? Should I put it? Let's test this key. Quotes. This is quotes. I want quotes here. These keys are useful, quite useful. I'm happy that I won't have to press the layer button every time I want to use an arrow. Okay, so I have to translate this keyboard. I have to consider that this key is not a bracket key for me because my keyboard is in Portuguese. So that quite ruins many of my time. So I want the magic. Maybe control is heavy here. What do I want to put here? I reset. I just wanted to copy the base so I don't lose the orientation of what's happening. So let's have the base here. Now I have access to it. Can I go back? Yes. So space is right. Dissolve key. Do I want out there? I like the Windows key position. I will just leave it there. But where do I want Alt? Command. Okay. I will have to shift here. And the tilde will go here. Damn it. Wow. This. Okay. Yes. That. No. Tilde. This. No. So this is the key I want. And this is what I get after pressing it. Where is it? I think it's this one. Oh, damn it. Yes. Oh, it doesn't find it. I have to find it manually. It did exist at least. Oh, this one. Okay. Finally, I recovered one key. And I don't want page up. So I can just put a macro there. I mean, I will just test this layout. Save and next part. Build. What? So do I have to use EMK? Man. Maybe I just should not have went use this button to go back. So let's try to see if this is the case. I'll try to make it from scratch. And if it doesn't work, I will probably have to switch to ZMK after that. Oops, space. My layout. Maybe it was just about refreshing the page. It's building for did it bug? No, I just had to complain about it for it to work. Interesting. Okay, now I have to get the membrane keyboard again. Go to download, but I don't know which one is which. They're both the defaults, so that complicates things. Just delete this. Okay. Well, yeah, I need a macro for clear because I always had it. So whenever I mistype clear, I can just use the macro instead. Now I build it again. Thankfully, I don't need to use EMK for that. Just let me get my YouTuber. Trying to get used to this. It was with E first. Okay. The BSD. Okay, great. Of course, I have to type. I even have to type my password. That's DB. Okay, great. So the ledge didn't change yet. Factory reset. Factory reset. It didn't change. None of them. Well, let's try to make it again. Let's see if it disappears naturally after it copies. Doesn't. Here we go again. Maybe, don't know, maybe I just have to do in the right order, don't I? Well, it's still copying, perhaps. Okay, if I do this, it will just recover, or should at least just recover it. Well, why it doesn't? Strange. Sometimes the left doesn't seem to work. Do I have to connect first? I mean, right doesn't seem to work. Let's connect both. Let's disconnect this half. Take the cable off. Fails to copy if the file name is too long. Let's see. It should be just a Mac issue. Let's remove the old one. The new one, I mean. I killed the window because I pressed the wrong. Oh, so painful. But if I did MV, not a copy, I have to rebuild it again. Great. Remove the cable, but again, try again. Copy doesn't disappear. Let's try the factory modes. Do you hate me? Let's remove the other keyboard cable. Device added and appeared. STB is still there. Let's see how can I jack this. Mount So let's disconnect to mount. Not mounted. Why do you say they exist? Not mounted. Shape. Not mounted. I can't eject this. Oh, I cannot eject. Is it trying to use Bluetooth instead of just connecting with the cable? Hmm. I am considering to start crying. Happens. So I switched the cable. That will make it work. I'm freaking dying. Testing. Oh, even this got disconnected. Okay. Well, it doesn't accept the custom one and neither the standard one. That sucks. I'm losing my mind. Well, I will switch to Windows and see if... Hello, folks, I am back. So I switched it to Windows and tried to make some stuff work. I'm still struggling with some keys still. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna show you the problem. Okay. Forgot which this is out. Okay. Yes, I just restarted the PC, so it's not actually opened. Okay. Oh, so this is the layout that I got after some hours trying to change this. But now this key isn't working. It just doesn't work. I can't, like, if I type this, I get this because it's another layout. Mine is the Brazilian keyboard. It should be a Brazilian keyboard because I need this key for some very specific words. But thanks to that, I cannot type this. So it sucks. And I think I will have to download and edit it directly with the ZMK software. Because, well, if I try to, I can't find the specific key by the KC command. I think that older versions of this web application, they gave you the option to use these keys directly, but I can't manage to make it work now. So I'll download ZMK and try to see if I can edit it from there directly. By the way, I will save this because I changed it a bit as well. And I will just build and show how easy it is to make in Windows. I just couldn't make it work on Linux. I would copy the thing and it didn't update. So let me open the folders, downloads. Delete the other one. Takes forever to build it. Impressive. Okay, download it. So just have to start like how it should be, like in the instructions. And done. So Arch was just bugged. It didn't accept this. Now I have to figure out how to make ZMK work. So this is where I stopped before I reboot. Isn't there an exe this time on Windows? I keep forgetting what alt is. This one. Great. Do I have to open it as an admin? No. Normal terminal. No. Strange. From Microsoft Store. Okay. Don't tell me I have to restart. I don't think so. Okay, that's Winget for sure. So this is basically apt-get update, perhaps. We can see why it takes a while for it to download. I mean, it should be faster than that because it's not actually a full system upgrade. Okay, now I really started to wonder why is it taking so long. Maybe at this point it would be easier to switch to Linux, but I don't want to just restart the screen again. Impressive. Oops. I always get the wrong time when I go from Ubuntu, from Arch to Windows. For some reason, it gets up 3 hours more. It's bugs. So why is he in a Mac terminal? I think he just didn't understand what the video was doing. Yeah, I didn't understand. Maybe it worked now. Well, this doesn't matter. It's about the AI neural network stuff. So I can go here. Control is the other key. Okay. Control is the other key. Finally. Finally. A new repository. I can push it to my GitHub later. And hopefully I will make changes in this only once and never more. So okay. Oh, great, I'm getting used to it. Wow. Control C. Yes, my alt position is not great. Oh damn it. Wrong key. But anyway. Yes. I would like to add my keyboard. The frick is going on? Oh, can see it on the list. Glove80 key map. So what about this key map? Let's download it. Key map file. Glove. Now, how can I edit this file? I don't save my life this time. Thank you. Well, still getting used to it. I have to put it on the right, please. Put it here. On the folder that I created. There's MK or Glove. Interesting, it's none of them. So where does it create things? Great. Fantastic. It sucks. MKCD. Great. It was the mistypo I got. No, it should be on config. Yes. Let's see. This is why I can't find it. It's on the wrong documents folder for some reason. I think I have one for the I have one for OneDrive and this other one. Now I can edit it. The freak. I almost went into the disk options. Yes. Okay. Should be Glove80 perhaps. Let's quit here. Should be named Glove80 because that's the name of the previous one. And if there is a config file that calls for it, is it synchronizing every instance? Well, maybe this was call for the Glove80 file, so that's why I should have a name literally like this. Tmux. No. Oh, I mean yes. Control B. Thing. Where's thing? Control B. Thing. Yes. Now. Great. Now control. My control is quite far away. It would be a better position to press Control D and Control U to use Vim. So I have to switch it as well. And here, perhaps where I can see the overrides. Is it? Well, I can't understand shit. Oh, here's where it has the mappings. So thankfully, I have this one right at the side of the other. Now I know perfectly that these two codes are referring to these two keys. Oops. So it should be AC slash. I missed it. Okay. Save and quit. Yes, KCB slash. There is no, yes, there is indeed. Now, how do I compile? I have to push it to Git and use Git actions to compile it. Where is the, here, it's here, thank you, thankfully. Now I have to use my GitHub account with the token, so I will just put the other. I mean, we have to copy this. Okay, and make this big. Well, oh, oh anyway, the right one, the other ones. This way you at least can see my GitHub token. I just updated it, and now how do I use the options. I don't have the .conf. Is it good? Guess I'll just have to research about it. Well, I don't think this is helping. Do I have this thing? Damn. Man, why does GPT keep getting me such long texts, man? I see there is a ton of things. Maybe we can just jump straight into it. I hope I don't get out of space after that. My cell phone cable instead of my old keyboard cable. Connected. It's still connected because of the Bluetooth. For some reason it connected instantly. But I hope still charging. Oops. Oh. Hopefully still charging, and now I can completely box my old keyboard. Man, I think it's taking longer than installing Windows or Linux itself. Ah. It's 9 p.m. and I started it at 4 p.m. Well, it took I think some 10 minutes to compile that. I hope the next command is faster, at least. No, I mean, great. Of course, it does not contain a make file. So where the frick should this be? What happened? I think I did Control S. Yes. cursed command. Oh, I was switching the layer by the control. I can't believe it. Just making everything from scratch again. How is my chest lagging? Doesn't make sense. Wow, lost the queen. Hmm. I didn't notice this. That I couldn't capture. Oops. That I couldn't capture the horse. Hmm. That's quite a problem. Great. Well, that's mate. Another 5 minutes just match. Well, I guess I can just take this pawn now. Well, took me quite a long time to realize it. So now it starts getting funny. This is check. And this way I make him lose a tower. And the horse or a bishop, I guess. Nope, of course not. But I can take this. Maybe I should develop the other tower first. Yes, check. This tower doesn't have many spaces to go. Like, okay. I gotta be careful to not lose on time now. Well, I didn't notice. He lost a horse. Finally. Finally. I'm gonna fucking rage and die. I forgot to analyze my last match because I really got a very good starting position against these lineup horses with the queen. I just tried to see if I can replicate it. If he doesn't move the horse back, let's see how it goes. Oh, this is a different position already. I cannot threaten the queen. Mm, damn it. I could just have jumped straight into it. But now I lost my tower. Can try to do something really funny here. Well, that was very great one. This is the power of coffee. Well, he lost the bishop. Great. So he wanted a strange game, and I gave him a very strange game. For a while. Salve, salve, Toledo. I didn't see this line. It's very terrible for me. Oh, it's finished. Oh, well, this is mate. Okay. Well, I guess I'm right. Really lucky today. Well, I didn't see that one. Well, back to business. I mean, that was the right one, the right command. Please don't update the word around anymore. Again. I forgot the other commands. They already initialized, so it's not actually a problem. Guess I can just run update. I can't believe I have to make this thing. Isn't GPT just wrong or outdated here? Because I just made this. 2 GB. That hurts. Yes, I'll have to play more chess. Incredible. I just made that. I just deleted the file. Well, I will leave this compiling, and I'll prepare myself to sleep. And tomorrow, I'll probably have compiled the UF2 file already, and I will finally be able to start coding with these beautiful keyboards. But that is giving me a ton of work to make. Hi. So yesterday I was able to finally make the pipe with my keyboard, but the problem is that I couldn't make ZMK. I couldn't get ZMK to work. So I managed to make it work from the web app directly. GMK wouldn't compile. I found where the GitHub actions were, but even the GitHub actions would crash the compile process. So I had to do a kind of workaround with some macros. So I tried to make it earlier before even installing ZMK, but I didn't remember how I could type a ASCII character directly. So basically you have to press Alt, and I was trying to press the numbers, but it only works if they are the numpad numbers. So let me, they aren't even active. I mean, they are active, but now I think I will lose it. No, it works. Okay, it works. So it only works if it's from the numpad, and I can press Alt before switching the layer, and it recognizes it very well. But basically, I had to make a macro for that. It's this one, this pipe. So it executes the alt and does the correct sequence, number pad sequence. And where did the other one go? Did I delete the? Okay, this is my most updated one, but this one has a password, so I don't need to show that one. Just get rid of the cable here. I forgot to get rid of the cable again. Okay. My stream is bugged from the cell phone. I don't think that's a problem. So proceeding, I made it a bit more similar to the software I had, but now that I have a bit more of space here on these buttons, I could just put better things here. So for example, here is this key, which is very useful when coding, and this is this key. So I swapped the backspace, I mean the delete, with the macro layer, because I don't have to put my thumb far away when pressing the macro layer. Before it was here, now it's delete. And since I only use delete rarely, I can just put it more far away. I swapped the Windows key as well. And I have this macro layer. So, well, first I have the standard layer here, the standard second layer, which has these arrow keys where I used to use them with the home and ends at the same placement as the soft, as the shuffle. Caps lock here. page up, page down. I didn't even realize they were there. The other home and neither. But anyway, and the other reason, or the other useful thing about this layer is the numpad keys, which is usually what I use for Vim navigation. The 0 is in another place, unfortunately. Maybe I will switch the 0, or I will just get used to the new 0 location. It's not a very big of a change. So this factory layer is when I reset it, so it doesn't really matter, but I should not change this one. And here's the macros layer. So this executes Ctrl C then clear, make J8 for compiling NSK or any other C or C binary, printf, cout. Printf is actually the print function for Python, cout is the stdcout. I mean this one, better if you see it. It was a bit bugged. Well, it doesn't add the quotes automatically as in Vim, but it was a bit bugged. If I try to add the dot semicolon, it would infinitely press this. And I don't know why it happened. Maybe it was because of the macro length. Maybe it was too big. I don't know. I have no clue, but I couldn't manage to make it work. I took 1 hour to make all these macros work today. So, I mean, these macros here, because this software would also bug, I would have to reboot the computer suddenly, out of nothing. So now let's make testing. Let's see how fast I can type, because I didn't make this yet. So the WPM I had with my old keyboard was around 95, 98, around 95 accuracy. Let's see how am I doing after 1 day of switching to this keyboard. So maybe I shouldn't. Well, anyway, if I get a bad score, it doesn't really matter, so I should not try to restart it, refresh it. Promise that was the last refresh. Eight. Well, let's try again. One more. Terrible one. Mm, 2 points better. Okay. Oops. No, I mistyped at the beginning. One more. So I got the low under dev. I was talking and not really pay attention, sorry. Well, so I get 65, 70 on average for around 80% precision. Okay. I think consistency is maybe a better telling of my real accuracy. Accuracy is probably after erasing and correcting it. Then you get the WPM after correcting the words. Maybe raw. Yes, raw is the WPM before, without considering you erased or not, I guess. So now that I am done with testing the keyboard, with changing everything, I want to make some coding. And the idea that I had was to create a software that edits the videos for me. So what I want is to take a video and perform a voice activity detection. And I would try to make one from scratch, but a very, very simple one that takes how much seconds there was of voiceless activity, and then it makes cuts based on the unvoiced segments. But since that I am not using music anything, there will be a lot of silent moments. So I can use these completely silent moments to get the areas that I want to cut. So I'm from WSL, which has Vim, so it's better for coding because of the Vim motions. Let's get into the correct place. Damn it, I'm hitting the arrow, not on purpose. See. Now, where are the videos? Where is the videos folder? User snip videos. So I can just go there, erase videos. Okay. So I'm gonna rename these files. One second, I think there is a bird there. What? Not a bird. Okay. When I rename these files, so their names get more simple. These were the last two string cuts from yesterday. What happened? Okay. So first, the first codes that I'm actually making with this keyboard. I want to call ffmpeg and execute some of these commands. So for example, I can extract only the audio from the MP4 directly. And I want to also compact the video and concatenate. So compress the video and concatenate both into one. I think I will just, well, it's better to compress first and concatenate after. The process run, shell true. See, this is why I don't like about Windows. You have to keep pressing Alt Tab. And it kind of confuses you if you are trying to make it faster. So how do I import the process? Finally. I'm starting to think that I won't be able to make this in time. I have a meeting in like 40 minutes, so hopefully I can. Well, I don't think I can make the VOD, voice activity detection, in time, but let's hope so. Let's not call file because file is with open file. It's a reserved orange words, so I don't want to. Don't want to keep messing with the names. No, I want to. First, let's create its alt file name. So I managed to make this far. Now I just need to adjust the ffmpeg commands, and it should be shell true. Now the first part is done, and I want to concatenate in these files after that. Let's just run it first. Control B, Control B. Okay, I mean not okay. Finally. Oh yes, I'm not using my standard Python. Do I have ffmpeg? I do, yes. It would be impossible for me to not have this. What happened? It cannot split the list. And well, we started to run the command. Preset. Well, there are different ffmpeg versions, so I have to use the Windows one because that's usually how I executed this command. And now it works. Great. Okay. So I have to write that file. Well, oh, I think I double tapped the layer key, so it executes the layer forever, non-stop. And my key bindings went messed up. Oh no, how do I do shift tab this in this position? Okay. So this window got useless. Control B comma. Oh, damn it. Well, it's probably, if the speed is only 3 times, it will take 30 minutes for this to finish. So I won't be able to show it in time. I will have to cut it later. But let's try to proceed here. I want to extract the MP4 from the resulting video, but since I don't have it yet, I will just get the audio from the first video and try to execute it in a separate process so I can manipulate it with Librosa. So this is the concat list. I forgot the break line. I didn't need to finish it. And it extracted the audio already, so I can access it. How do I go to the... Oh yes, I forgot I wanted a special key for that. In Vim, you have to press this and release to go to the beginning of the line, to the first character. I want to get a key that does exactly that, but I don't have to press it with shift and then space. So I will add this later into the keyboard. Okay, now let's see they got corrected. I think it's taking too long on this line here. Just gonna make quick check if this is the case, because the audio is quite too long. Yeah, it's finished. Okay. So now what I want to manipulate this array. Let's print its shape. So basically the audio is an array in which it has a sample rate of 60,000. So every 60,000 contiguous numbers are going to represent a second of audio. And I want to detect segments that are too long with a sequence of zeros or almost zeros. So basically I can make the sum of a very long region and see if it's below a certain threshold. I think this will help me make these simple VODs. VAD, voice activity detection. The problem is that it's gonna take a while to read this string. It has freaking 200 megabytes. Do some of this. Well, can do it now. Does this have audio? Does this have audio? These have, but I don't get 15 seconds straight with, I mean straight 50 seconds without speech in there. And this will have a lot of audio. I will have to find it. So I can just save a small version of that. That's the best approach. I hope this is the right commands. I just add the print there. Oops. Just doesn't need the SR. So here I get the first 20 minutes of video, so I can load the WAV a bit faster. Well, guess what? Not just, but today I had 2 blackouts and 3 meetings, so I had to do a bit of coding offline. Now I made a good amount of progress here on this code. So now I load the WAV that I just saved from the video. First I compress all the videos, then I concatenate them, then I get the audio. After that, I load only the audio file, and after that I do this beautiful loop, very ugly, but I do jump in around 3.5 seconds. I hope through the audio from at 3.5 seconds, and then at each 3.5 seconds timestamp I check if the next 15 seconds do not contain any segment of sound, and if it doesn't, then I join another loop, I start another loop. So I try to get how long that silence segment is by doing smaller jumps, a bit smaller jumps, by doing a hope of around 1.75 seconds. And I add them into a list, this list here, from the class time. Now it just takes the unprocessed seconds and then extracts minutes, actual seconds, and hours. I would try to go on the codes there, up there, here. I get the seconds, the minutes, the hours, and save the raw seconds of the video unprocessed. Now, when I got to this point, I finally got all the silence points. Also, one important thing, I had to do ABS because the way that the audio works is like here is 0 and audio goes up to 1, maybe more than 1, and then it makes a wave in which it goes to -1, -2, I don't know, and keeps doing that. So this is what an audio is. So I had to do the ABS because without it, it would sum or have the sum or average of many points into something close to zero. So by doing the ABS, I just have a contiguous signal instead of a wavy one. So now I have this, and I could actually sum the window of 15 seconds, and then I just call sum in the numpy array, and if the sum is below 50, which I found to be a good value, it's considered as silence, and else it has a bit of sound. I made basically a trial and error with this value, and I try to seek for the segments that I printed before. So here's where I print them. Now, I was struggling with what to do next, but then I asked GPT, what would be the best approach? And it was the one that I thought it would be the best anyway. But basically, I need to, instead of take the silence segments, I need to take the opposite segments and check only segments that have sound in them. So I can cut these portions, and then make a lot of videos from these segments with voice contents. And after that, I generate a list of concatenated files to concatenate once again, and I concatenate them. So that's it. And now I have to develop this function here. I'll try to see what I can do. And now also I'm just recording instead of streaming because it's 10 p.m. 10 p.m. So here I have the inversion of how it should work, of the voiceful segments with the voiceless segments. But I think this is still incorrect, so I still need to adapt this part right here. So because when it begins with 0, we can start like this here will be 0, and this second thing, the second time we'll have the actual first timing, and we'll just shift it the second time in between a tuple by passing it through a variable and going one next in the loop. And after the last one, the last cut we should get until the end of the video. I still do not have that logic, but if it begins, if the first silence part begins with 0, then it complicates things a bit. So just think about it and see what I can do. Because I think that I cannot use the same loop logic that I used below. Well, I think I can just do that. It probably will work already. Oops. Oh, damn it. The Vim undo doesn't undo literally just the part that I wanted to undo. It works quite strange. Sometimes it does the job, sometimes it doesn't. Now I can grab if the first timing is 0, I grab the second timing inside it and I shift it 1 to the right. So I remove the first tuple and then I can just work with that. Now what I want to add a certain logic here, certain new thing. So what happens is if every segment gets the same length, the same cut length, like every time that there is a silence, we will cut exactly like, I don't know, 5 seconds, or we'll cut exactly 15 seconds. If every time there is the same cutting, I think that the person that's watching, the brain will start getting that pattern, and watching the video will start to get a bit strange. So it's better to add a quite random, at least a bit random cut to the silence segments. And that's what I'm going to do now. So now I have it. Basically, I give a starting offset and an ending offset. So basically, the starting offset will try to search for a segment, it will search for a region where this sound starts. That's what ST represents, is where sound starts. And I want to take off like some 4 seconds, or maybe just a little bit more. There are these 2 seconds that will represent the randomness. And I want to take 4 seconds. Always start like a segment or recording 4 seconds before I start talking, at least 4 seconds, because there may happen something that made me talk. So maybe, I don't know, a highlight that maybe made me react to this. And also some 3 seconds, maybe just maybe 2 more after I stop talking, just to get a kind of smooth transition, so it avoids abrupt cuts. So that's what I'm going to do. These are the characteristics of the segments that I want. So I can save, we can delete this logging info. Now we can see the segments again. So yeah, now we can start to see these indexes moving a bit based on the completely deterministic ones. Now I have to do the FFmpeg logic, the FFmpeg cuts logic. So I will open my FFmpeg documents to see what are the comments that I look for. So this is this is the slice comment. So I want to slice the VODs based on that. So here I'm just slicing only the first video instead of the concatenated one, because I'm just testing it still. So we're just use the same name for everything. Oh, that's strange. Quite strange. It should be just that. Okay, I just missed the name. Or now I'm getting the segments. Let's see if they are correct. I mean, I can just give some to you as well. So these are all the generated segments that I use just from this script. The script that I just made. Now let's see if I can get the concat list correct. This is the old one. And this is from the segments. It gets the 10 segments right there. Now let's check if it gets the silenced part correctly. This video is a bit cursed because the first 10 seconds have no sound. Not the first 15. Cable. Okay, and then I get some seconds without talking. I thought it would be completely wired. It's impressive that I kept talking for like 20 minutes straight here without wanting to actually press it. And it will change these things. Okay, so it's cut right after 6 seconds of silence. I think that's a good one. And then this one starts with 7 seconds of offset. So I think this is good. I just need a final more command to concatenate everything. And it will be it. But I have already this up there. So let's explain what happened. Basically, I write this new file here. Okay, this is the segments that I write from this string, the same that I pass to the ffmpeg command, and this command is the one that actually executes the cuts. But I need to run a final one because of the way that I am looping through the timestamps. So because we are getting the opposite timestamps, we kind of rotate the original list of tuples. And then the last segment, the last preview time, or the last segment, or the right timestamp for the last segment, it gets floating. So I need to save it somehow, and this is how I do it. I just pass it down there. So I can get from there to the end of the video. So SS is start cut from that timestamp, from the time, I mean. And if I added 2, I would be basically saying cuts until that other timestamp with which is what we have just up there. If I can, I keep confusing, stopping the thumb instead of pressing the layer key. I press the control. So this is what I was talking about. If I use two, I am mentioning this file. So basically, what I just need to do is to copy that other command for concatenation, which is this one. Okay. Now I need to concatenate the other list, segments list, into this. So I will finish this part of the video and make the conclusion. Hi, so today is tomorrow and I finished the script for auto-cutting the videos. I just had to concatenate the files and that's it. Now I'm gonna do a final monkey type for the day 3 of this keyboard. I wasn't psychologically prepared. Moment. Well, 73. Just a bit better. One more test. Another thing that I changed about the scripts that it it considers cuts after 12 seconds instead of 15. Yeah, my eye was in a different place. I got a terrible score. Well, just a very small improve. It was around 70, I mean 68 to 70 yesterday, and now it's 72, 70. So now I can make the conclusion about the keyboards. I enjoyed it. I think it's better than the Sofo. I bought it because it was like one minimum wage smaller, more cheaper than the Kinesis Advantage 360 here in Brazil after you consider the dollar price and the taxes, the 80% taxes, and the fact that a dollar is worth 5 reals. The difference between both keyboards is about a minimum wage. So it's a great keyboard for being one minimum wage less. Anyway, they are very similar, the Kinesis and this one, but this is a low profile. And one of the reasons I wanted to change is because it has way more keys than the Shuffle. But if you are considering to change into this keyboard, beware that you may take some hours trying to make this work. If you are changing your keys, probably it would be better for you to use Windows because my Linux didn't work. Some it seems quite bugged. So, and even in Windows, I had to reboot sometimes because when I would press the combinations to update the layers, it would sometimes it would just not update. So I had to reboot sometimes. It's a bit strange. Also, there are people who use ZMK to make this configuration, but I could not manage to make ZMK work, and I managed to make LLVM work, so yeah, it's quite a terrible thing to make ZMK to work. Another thing, well, it's not very great for gaming, I would say. You don't have the WSD, so it's very ergonomical, but more for typing itself. But I'm very satisfied with that. And well, guess that's it for this video. Hope it was insightful for you. And also I finished my script to make video editing, and I will use it straight away. Well, just a very small improve. It was around 70, I mean 68 to 70 yesterday, and now it's 72, 70. So now I can make the conclusion about the keyboards. I enjoyed it. I think it's better than the Soffel. I bought it because it was like one minimum wage smaller, more cheaper than the Kinesis Advantage 360 here in Brazil, after you consider the dollar price and the taxes, the 80% taxes, and the fact that a dollar is worth 5 reals. The difference between both keyboards is about a minimum wage. So it's a great keyboard for being one minimum wage less. Anyway, they are very similar, the Kinesis and this one, but this is a low profile. And one of the reasons I wanted to change is because it has way more keys than the Shuffle. But if you are considering to change into this keyboard, beware that you may take some hours trying to make this work. If you are changing your keys, probably it would be better for you to use Windows, because my Linux didn't work. It seems quite bugged. So, and even in Windows, I had to reboot sometimes, because when I would press the combinations to update the layers, it would sometimes it would just not update. So I had to reboot sometimes. It's a bit strange. Also, there are people who use ZMK to make this configuration, but I could not manage to make ZMK work, and I managed to make LLVM work, so yeah, it's quite a terrible thing to make ZMK to work. Another thing, well, it's not very great for gaming, I would say. You don't have the WSD, so it's very ergonomical, but more for typing itself. But I'm very satisfied with that. And well, guess that's it for this video. Hope it was insightful for you, and also I finished my script to make video editing, and I will use it straight away.